end of the week, and I'm like, where did the time go? Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like we just said Happy New Year a few weeks ago. Like, where is the time rushing to? Oh my God, it is crazy. But happy Friday. As you come in, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Please remember to like and share. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. If you like what I'm doing and you want to support this channel, my membership is active. Feel free to join if you are so inclined. Yes. So welcome to another lunchtime live. We're in the land of the living. We're alive. We are blessed with another day of His grace and His mercies. And I'm trying to pull my lunch over to me and put it on my little desktop right here that is sitting on my steering wheel cover. If you guys know about this, I feel like I need to do this review. I've been procrastinating about doing this review on this little gadget that I have here, where I sit all my stuff on while I have lunch. Yes, so we got to improvise, okay? We got to improvise. So yes, so today I'm having a tuna sandwich. So it's a tuna sandwich day, and I'm having that with my iced tea. So while I wait for you to come in, I'm gonna get that ready. And for those of you who come over and watch my replays, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes. So I'm stretching over to get my ice. I have some mint from the garden, yes, that I brought in for tea. And then now I'm adding some ice to make it iced tea. Improvising, guys. Improvising. Well, I feel like the ice is too hard today. How can I break it? Whew. It's a little bit too hard for me to break it up and get it in the cup. What can I use to break it? What do I have in here that's hard enough? Let me see. I probably need to just wait for it to melt down a little bit more. Yes, so today we're talking about old school games that we used to enjoy. This is harder than I thought it would be. I guess I should have taken it out of the freezer, because it's like the ice cubes, but it's now frozen into this big block. And ooh, it fit in the cup. It actually fit in the cup. This cup is huge. Like, seriously, I did not expect for it to fit in the cup. But you know what? I'm gonna drink some of this out so I can actually close it. It's a huge teacup, you guys. Thanks to my sister-in-law for gifting me this cup. I love it. So good. So that big piece of ice actually fits in here, you guys. Let me see. Let's see. It fits in here. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So now I have my iced tea chilling, because it was hot tea in the morning and now it's iced tea in the daytime. Wanna talk to me nicely? Talk to me nicely. Thank you for those of you who are in the back watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Feel free to come in and say hi. We don't bite over here. We keep it positive and we spread good vibes and good energy only. We thank you for coming over and supporting. Feel free. It's a safe space, so feel free to come in and say hi. Drop an emoji if you don't know what to type. There's YouTube emojis for you, right? So drop an emoji. I'm here trying to prep my little tuna sandwich Outia TV. Wagwan, my general. Wagwan, my general. Oh, you stay over there with the eats. Welcome in, my boss. Welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to Lunchtime Live. And Outia is saying, hope you're fixing me a plate. Like, me can't fix you a plate, you know, but you have to go come call it. Guess what? If it stay too long, it's a go do a serve two masters. Okay? Outia TV is saying, by the way, what's for lunch? So it's a tuna sandwich day, and I have some iced tea. And my iced tea was made by me. Yes, I got the mint from the backyard garden. I made my hot tea, and then I brought my ice and dropped my ice inside of it, and now it is iced tea. So I have my little lettuce leaves right here, you guys. Yes, and I'm adding that to my tuna sandwich, just to kind of, you know, prep it up a little bit, get a little something, make it not too boring and too dry. And then I'm adding some Caesar salad. Oh my gosh, all things Miss Priceless is here. Welcome in, sis. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited to have you guys on my lunchtime live stream. I'm really grateful to have you guys here. How are you doing? Today we're talking about old school games that we used to enjoy. Like, we don't even see some of these games anymore. Like, what was your favorite old school game that you used to enjoy? You know, we're going back a little bit today. We're going back a little bit. How are you doing, beautiful? All things Miss Priceless. How's the family? Welcome in, you guys. Jane, Sissy Pooh from the Team Happy is here. Welcome into the 4 million people who is viewing and giving me the thumbs up, the shares, and the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see. Let's see. Bar Ali Vlogs is here, and welcome in, Bar Ali. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming over to my quick live, my lunchtime live. I'm here usually weekdays usually, and I start like about 12:15 and I end like about 1:05 thereabout. Yes, so this is lunchtime, guys. Lunchtime live, you guys. If it's your first time here, welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate your support. Trina is here, and Trina is saying that our old school game is skipping. Oh my gosh, I had some good memories of skipping, jump rope, or whatever them call it. It was so good, Trina. It was so good. Another one that I remember is Chinese skip. Remember Chinese skip? Hopscotch. Hopscotch. Remember hopscotch? Marbles. And then you have the elastic band that you used to pay people when you play the marbles. Like, these are some good games, and I feel like some of them need to come back. Trina, what you think? All things Miss Prices is saying, where is my lunch? Here is your lunch, my darling. Come over and get some of this good tuna sandwich. I'm gonna take a bite because we're on lunchtime, so we're over here eating and talking. So y'all bear with me while I eat and talk. Thank you so much for coming. I am gonna dig in, you guys. I'm hungry. It's been a hectic Friday inside. Usually really busy on a Friday. And somebody just dying for come eat and just have a little one-on-one with my little people them, and you know, all our little vibes over here. Talk about the old school games and stuff. Yeah. Who remember the hose? Like, you cut the hose and you make it into a wheel. And then you use a hanger, like the clothes hanger, to make a little thing that you use to push the wheel. What did they call on one again? Like, I can't even remember the name. But that's another old one. That's another old game. Like, we're using the hose that we used to water the garden, and we make a round circle so it becomes a wheel. And then we use the clothes hanger to make like this little pushing guide to push it along the road. Like, Them days was some good days. Oh my God. Like, Trina, them days I need to come back. Those days need to come back because those were some really good fun days. I remember hopscotch. I think hopscotch is still around, but not as popular as it used to be. Chinese skip. Who remember Chinese skip? Chinese skip. Hula hoop. Who remember hula hoop? Oh my gosh. Like, guys, now that I'm talking about it, it's just like rolling back the curtain and going all the way back to my childhood days. Oh goodness. Mm-mm-mm. I don't think these kids nowadays are having as much fun as we had back then, Miss Priceless. I don't think so, because when I look at the generation now, everybody's looking at a screen, and that's their fun. And then even us, the adults, like not me, but I see a lot of adults there, they get caught up in like games that they play, like literally combat games and all these other games, and I'm like, where's the fun in those games? Miss Prices is saying, yum yum, I'll be there soon. Come on over, sis. I always have extra food. Me always, for some reason, I always feel like I'm gonna feed the multitude. I always have extra food, sis. Always. Mm. Yeah, so these games, I feel like made our childhood so much easier. Um, we were less stressed. We didn't think about some of the things that these kids are thinking about just because we were so preoccupied with these games. Trina is saying yes, hopscotch. Right, Trina? Oh my gosh. And hopscotch, don't step on the line, because if you step on the line, you're out. And then you need a stone to play hopscotch, because you're going to throw it inside the box. And if you miss your box, you're out. Jesus. Those were some good days. Good old days. Good old days. Trina is saying in and out the line. Oh no, they're not having as much fun. They're not having any fun. They just be looking at a screen all day. And Miss Prices is saying hello to Trina. I'm okay. How are you? And Trina is saying hi to Jane and the team. Happy. How are you? Trina is saying marble. Trina is saying ring game. Oh my gosh, Trina, I forgot about ring game. How can I forget about ring games? Jeez. Remember Dandy Shandy? Stocky. No, sir. Those were some good days. Really good days. Like, just looking back now, I'm realizing how much fun we used to have back then, because we never have time to sit down and think about some of the things that these kids are thinking about now. You know, now they say that kids are stressed and, you know, they're going through this and they're going through that. I don't remember going through all those things. I don't, just because we always had these games to keep us going. Trina is saying that's why I come off the phone, because it can be too much. Yes, it can be too much. Stuck in the mud, Trina. Jeez. Trina just reeling out all of them. Stuck in the mud. Oh my gosh. And there was another one. 1, 2, 3 Starlight. Oh my gosh. Who remembers 1, 2, 3 Starlight? There was just countless games. And then not only that, Trina, we had board games. We had a lot of board games. Like some of the board games, like people still play them, but not as much as we did back then in our time. Like the chess, the Ludi. You would have a Ludi board, but on one side you have chess, and then on the other side you have Ludi, and you have your little seeds and like little things that you use to play the actual game itself. We had dominoes. We still have dominoes, but I don't see people playing dominoes as much as they did back then, and things. So it's really like times are just changing. But is it changing for the better or is it changing for the worse? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's changing for the better, honestly. Miss Priceless, which old school game did you enjoy playing back in the day? What's your favorite? What's your favorite? Aquiza from the Team Happy, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate your presence here in this lunchtime live. Thank you so much for coming over. Aqueza is saying thumbs up done. Miss Priceless is saying, what did you say, host? So Miss Priceless, we're talking about old school games that we enjoyed as kids growing up. And some of the games that we mentioned earlier was hopscotch, Chinese skip, marble, wheel and wire. Trina, I was trying to remember the name of that one. No, it just came back to me. So wheel and wire is the one that you use a garden hose to make the wheel. And then you use a clothes hanger to make the wire. And that was a nice little push, like a little push thing that you would just go down the road pushing it, especially on a rainy day. And it's a little things like that we used to enjoy and just have so much fun and not stress and not worry about anything. Our parents used to do all the worrying. We didn't have to worry about anything because guess what? We were so occupied with all these little games. We had skipping rope, jump rope, if that's what you call it. We had Stucky, we had 1, 2, 3 star lights. We had jacks. Do you remember jacks, Trina? We had marble, and then whoever wins a marble game, they get paid with rubber bands or elastic bands, right? So these are just some of the old school games that we're talking about today, because those were some really, really good days. Those were some really, really, like, I miss those days. Honestly, I really miss those days, and I wish, some of these kids would get up off the couch, get up off the bed, go outside and just be more active and just enjoy their youth. Enjoy their youth. Let me see if I can see. Trina was saying, when you get the thing off the palm, try and someone pull you down the hill. When you get the thing off the palm, try and someone pull you down the hill. All things Miss Priceless is saying, I don't know some of those games, host. I understand, sis. You're from the younger generation, I guess. And Trina is saying, yes, I remember marble. Miss Priceless is saying 1, 2, 3 red light. Yes, yes, Miss Priceless. And she said that was probably my favorite. Trina is saying palm tree. Trina, I don't know if I remember the palm tree one. The sun glare is coming through, so it's making my phone look like I didn't clean the screen. The sun is because I'm parked under the trees, you guys. So I guess the sun is just peeking through behind the leaves. So that's why I'm having that little glare right now. But that's okay. That's fine. Did you play board games, Miss Priceless? How about board games like Ludi? Some people say Ludo, but we Jamaicans we say Ludi. And then on the other side of the Ludi board, you had like a chess game, or back then I think we call it draft or graph or something like that. We didn't say chess, but it's similar to what a chess game would be. But we didn't have all those fancy stuff that they used to play chess to put on the board. I think we used to use the drinks bottle cover. Remember those drinks bottle covers, Trina? And then guess what? Those same drinks bottle covers, we used to use them to make wheels on trucks. Now, I was a little bit of a tomboy, you guys, back in those days, because I had two brothers, which I had to play with because there was no sister until after some time. And talking about my mom kids, I do have an older sister by my dad, but I'm talking about, in my household and how we grew up. So it was me and then two brothers, and then some years after that I got a sister, and so she was really too small to engage in some of the stuff that we did. So I remember climbing the trees, I remember playing the hopscotch, all these old school games, and it was just so good back then. It was just so good. Trina is saying we used to wait for it to fall off the tree and then you use it and someone pull you down. Okay. Okay. That sounds like fun. Yes, Trina, it used to be called draft, right? We didn't say chess back in those days because we didn't have this little fancy horse head and crown and king and queen to put on top of it. We used the D&G bottle cover, the drinks bottle cover, and that was the little things that we used on the board. Miss Prices is saying was another favorite of mine. I used to play with my mom and win money for buy ice cream. LOL. Yes. Yes, Miss Priceless. That's good. That's good. And Trina is saying, what, Miss Priceless? We're not used to that. And Nitrogen from the Team Happy is here saying hello. Miss India. Miss Priceless is saying, okay. Trina. Nifer is saying, how are you? I'm doing well, Nifer. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming over, guys. I really, really appreciate your support on my lunchtime live. Trina is saying I would have to sell pimento. Right, Trina? Oh my gosh. And Angel Jose is here from the Team Happy. Mega love shout out to my Team Happy. Thank you for always being here. Angel Jose is sending us some love, and Trina is saying remember to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for that reminder, Trina. Hopefully they can take us to at least 50 thumbs up before we end. I'm trying to end at least 5 minutes past 1, so I have like another 25 minutes left. So hopefully we can get to at least 15 thumbs up before we go. Right now we're at 7 thumbs up, so hopefully we can get to 15. If you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and hit that 3 dots on the right side of the screen. 3 dots on the right side of the screen will take you to the thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much. And Miss Prices is saying it's the bingo host I'm talking about. Oh yes, I remember bingo. I loved the bingo, Miss Priceless. I loved me a bingo game. We had bingo game. Oh my goodness. So what would happen with the bingo game? Sometimes we would lose some of the numbers, and then we would have to go and buy a new one. So we were always trying to be careful with the numbers, because once you lose a number, it's like the whole thing get messed up. I loved me a good bingo game. I think people still play it, but not as much as they used to back in the day. I don't know, but we used to enjoy ourselves them time there. Trina is saying, so after the big people them pick up the pimento, we would go over the what left and dry it ourselves. Okay, Trina, okay. Or wait for mommy to send us to shop. We buy sweetie, right? And Trina is saying yes, bingo. I love that. Snake and ladder. Oh my gosh, that's another good one, Trina. I forgot about snake and ladder. How could I forget about snake and ladder? I did love snake and ladder too. Snake and ladder was a really, really good one. And you're trying to get a big number to go up the ladder because you want to be the winner, you know. Snake and ladder was good. Snake and ladder was another good one. Thank you for that reminder. And Miss Prices is saying playing cards, two hosts. Yes, we had card games, and then in the card games now we had 3 card. We used to play the 3 card. Or we would play what we call back in the day, we call it Stripney. We used to play that. It was fun days back then. It was really fun back then. You know, looking back. And the good thing about it was that we were always so occupied with these things that, you know, we weren't sitting and worried about, like, we don't have this, we don't have that, where this gonna come from, when we gonna get it. You know, because I didn't have a lot of things as a child, but because we were so preoccupied, because we had all these things for comfort, like, it didn't even seem like life was rough. It's after you get older now when you start look back over your life and you're like, Lord, I never even did have a bicycle. And you say, Lord, I never even did have, you know, a family member will own a car or drive, and I could have learned to drive early in life. Or you look back over those things and you start to compare. But back then we were really happy kids. You know, we were happy kids because we had so much to get our attention. And you know, a lot of these games just brought us a lot of good comfort. Trina is saying hands of the 85. Oh my gosh, Trina, you just pulling out all the good ones. How could I forget hands of the 85? We want to guess the name of the girls. One apiece, no repeat, no hesitation, no concentration. Here we go, starting with India. And then we'll clap, clap, clap. Then Trina, clap, clap, clap. Miss Priceless, clap, clap, clap. Jane. Oh my goodness. Those were some fun days, Trina. Those were some really, really good days. Miss Prices is saying yes, host, and Trina is saying I love this one. You know, I will be setting up a live one evening and get a person to come on screen and we do it, India. You will be willing? Will you be willing to do it? I'm all game, Trina. I'll be willing to do it. I'll be willing to do it. We just gotta set it up, sis. And Trina is saying 6 persons I need. Of course, why not? Why not, Trina? Why not? Let's roll back the curtain. Let's remember the good old days. Because those were some really good days. Miss Prices is saying used to use the green and orange and elastic hands to make yo-yo. Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the yo-yo. And then Miss Priceless, after a while now, they started making the yo-yo, and what our parents would buy it. Like at Christmas time now, we would get the special when you flick it. When you flick that one, you would see kind of like a light. It would light up, and then the boys would probably sometime get it for, like, you know, Christmas presents or birthday and things like that. But they used to have, after a while, you know, we had the homemade yo-yo, but then after a while, yo-yo got so popular that they were making yo-yo with the light on it. So when you flick it down, then you would see a light and you would bring it back up. And Trina, oh, you know, remember hula hoop? Trina, we forgot about hula hoop. Hula hoop. And then you have some people who just kill upon the hula hoop, you know. For them, hula hoop never normal, because guess what? I could only do it around my waist. But you had people who could do hula hoop around them neck, and them hands, and their foot. I feel like if even they put the hula hoop around them ears, them could have managed it. Village is here and the chat is leaving me, you guys. Village is saying good evening. Welcome in, Village. How are you doing, my friend? All the way over there in Kaka City. Welcome in. Trina is saying when it comes to car and you reach 6 piece, by the time the first person finish, you don't know no more car name. I know. It's true. Charity, my darling, welcome in, Sissy Pooh. How are you doing? Charity is saying hello, host and everyone. Thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for being here on Lunchtime Live. Charity, we are talking about old school games that we used to play back in the day. Some old school games that we used to play. Let me know if you have any favorites, Charity. Let me know if you had any favorites. Let me know if you have any favorites. What's your favorite old school game? I wish some of these games would come back, Trina, because guess what? These kids would be less stressed. You know, and they would leave the screen for a little bit. And if you notice also, most of these kids are wearing glasses at an early age just because, it's not always because, but I feel like it's because they spend so much time. Let me clean up my hands a little bit, guys. I was eating my tuna sandwich and you know how it go with that. So right now I need some sanitizers. I feel like they're spending too much time on the screen and it's messing up their eyes because the poor little eyes are not even developed properly. As soon as the babies reach 2 months, they get a tablet. They're on a phone. And I'm like, wait a minute. What is going on? What happened to like books and, you know, it's like the hype now is to get them a tablet as soon as they reach 2 months. How can a 2-month-old baby, poor little eyes, be dealing with the screen of a tablet? Now, you tell me, guys. See why the older people live in longer, Charity? Because there's a lot of things that we weren't exposed to. Trina is saying, village food, welcome. Trina is saying, Charity. And Charity is saying, I remember Stucky. Yes, Charity, we spoke about Stucky. Stucky was a really good one. We spoke about hopscotch. We spoke about the marbles, the wheel and wire, the dandy shandy, the ludi, you know, to name a few, Charity. And all things Miss Price is saying, I'm from the country as well, so dirt pots as kids was what I used to play with my friends. So dirt pots used to be everywhere, Miss Priceless, because I'm from Kingston and we had dirt pots too. So those were everywhere. That's what we used to use, you know. We have our little dolls and we have the mother who's cooking, and the mother have our little dirt pot cooking the dinner, and it was just some good times back then. And Trina saying me never good at that one. That's okay, Trina. Charity is sending us some love. Miss Prices is saying, and cans and strings to walk on. Yes, I remember the cans and strings. Oh my gosh. I remember the cans and strings to walk on. That was a good one to Miss Priceless. And Trina is saying, yes, Miss Priceless, Dolly pot and cook all the dirt. Yes, Trina, so the dirt was the rice, and then we had the leaves. The leaves, and we had seeds. That was the meat. So we had two pots, you know. One was a meat pot and one was a food pot. And that's how we used to have our little dollhouse thing going on. Miss Prices is saying, or pretending to have a walkie-talkie, right? The string cans, we used to pretend to, like those are walkie-talkies too. And then you used to have this echoing sound coming out of it, you know. It used to change, like your tone of voice would change when you speak into the string cans. I remember that. You'd have one at your ears and one at your mouth like that, and you're talking, and then you change your voice like somebody else talking to you. Oh my gosh, that's a good one, Miss Priceless. And Miss Priceless is saying yes, Trina. And Charity is saying bull in the pen can't come out. That is it, Charity. I forgot about that one. Bull in the, how could I forget that one, Charity? Bull in the pen can't come out. All things Miss Prices is saying, yes, Trina, bull in the pen. Oh my gosh. Guys, those were like the best days. Like these kids, this generation right now, they're not having fun. I don't think they're enjoying their youth the way we enjoyed it. You know, we had so much options, and right now their only option is the screen. They're always on a screen. And Trina is agreeing. Charity is saying priceless, right? That's so right. And Miss Price is saying yes, Charity. Gwendolyn, mega love shout out to you. Gwendolyn is saying hello everyone. Gwendolyn is from the team Happy. Thanks for always coming over and supporting. Blessings and love to the team Happy. Trina is saying there was one you use book leave to make, then you pick the number and we open and see what you pick. Yes, Trina, but guess what? As you mentioned the book leaf, guess what I remember? We used to use the book leaf to make the plane. Remember that one? We use the book leaf to make the plane. We use the book leaf to make the fan. And we also use the book leaf to make somewhat of a bird. So the book leaf, listen, the book leaf was doing a lot back then just because we were using it to make a couple different things. You know, and Trina is saying there was hand games, 1 to 3, back, front, clap. Yes, I remember the hand games. The hand games were so good too. And then with the hand games now, it's like you clap, you X, Y, Z, and you start off slow, you know, and then you have to speed it up, Trina. And then after a while now, somebody who can't keep up with the speed, that is the person who out. Oh God. We had fun back then, guys. We had fun back then, Charity. Oh my goodness. And Miss Prices is saying yes, host. She's saying true. Trina is saying the book leaf to make both. Yes, Trina, to make both. Listen, that book leaf back in the day, it used to do a couple things for us. Because we had the boat, we had the bird, we had the airplane, and we had the fan from the book leaf. Welcome in, Best Beans. How you doing, sis? How you doing? Happy Friday. We're over here talking about old school games that we enjoyed. Let us know, drop it in the chat. Let us know your favorite old school games. We mentioned some earlier, like the marble. We mentioned the hopscotch. We mentioned, you know, our little dirt pots that we used to have to play the dolly house. We mentioned the wheel and wire. You know, we mentioned a couple earlier, Bess. We mentioned a couple earlier. Miss Prices is saying, I remember book leaf to make dolly. Yes, we had the book leaf dolly too. That's why I'm saying the book leaf, you know, back then used to do a couple different things. The book leaf used to do a couple different things, Charity. And Charity is saying hi to Bess. And Miss Prices is saying, or a family with the book leaves. Yes, Goga. Welcome in, Goga. How are you doing? How is it going over there in Nairobi? Welcome in to the principal, the teacher, and the leader. the chief. Thank you so much for coming and gracing us with your presence. Goga is saying, India, please help me get Tareen rateable. Okay, so I definitely will do. I definitely will do. I'll work on that today, and after today, she will definitely be rateable. All right. Best Beans is saying, welcome to everyone. Thank you for that, Best. Thank you so much for that. Bess is saying hi to Charity. She's saying happy Friday to everyone. Miss Priceless is saying newspaper to make hats to put on my head when it was raining. Yes. Oh my goodness. I forgot about that one. That's a good one, Miss Priceless. That is a great one. Newspaper to make a hat to put on your head when it was raining. And back then, guys, we thought these hats were like the best hats, because they were so cute. You had some people that was like experts on making these paper hats. You had some people that were experts on making these paper hats. Goga is saying thanks. I'll work on it, Goga. I'll definitely be working on it. And Trina is saying hi to Goga. Mama's handprint. Welcome in, Mama. How you doing? How is the garden? Mama is saying India and Chad. Hello. And Miss Priceless is saying hi to Goga. Charity is saying hi to Goga. And Goga is saying hi to Trina. So Mama's handprint. We're here talking about some old school games that we used to enjoy, and looking back, those games, they just kept us busy, when things was rough and things was tough. But guess what, we never know nothing about rough and tough, just because we were so occupied with all these games. We were not as stressed as these kids are now. And we never have the tablet and the phone and the screen games and all that stuff. So we had to improvise. I remember back in the day, we had drinks coming in a box, and when we finished using that box for the drinks, we would make a truck, and then the wheel of the truck would be some drinks that we had that came in a glass, the D&G. You remember the D&G drinks? So the drinks buckle cover would be the wheels of the truck. Guys, I was so good at making those trucks. Like, my trucks were so colorful. Goga is saying, I wanted to send her the raid when ending, but promise her next Friday. Okay, definitely. I'll work on that. So by tomorrow, actually, she's gonna be readable. By tomorrow, Goga, she'll definitely be readable. Goga is saying Charity blessings, and Charity is saying hi to Mama's handprint. And Miss Priceless is saying hi to Mama, and Goga is saying hi to Miss Priceless. So it's a whole bag of healings going on, and a crocus bag full of healings. And I just want to say thanks to everyone that came into Lunchtime Live. Thank you for keeping the chat busy and making it festive over here. I was hoping to get to at least 15 thumbs up before we end. I end in another 5 minutes. Right now we're at 10 thumbs up. I'm seeing 10. So if you haven't yet given me a thumbs up, like, now is a good time to do it. No, it's the perfect time to give me a thumbs up before I go. Trina is saying please hit the thumbs up. Bess is saying Miss Priceless bless up. Trina is saying hi to Bess, and Bess is saying hi to Google. Mama is saying making our toys kept us busy and out of trouble. That is it, Mama. That is it. Like, I didn't even realize we had so much games back then until everybody on the chat started mentioning. Because guess what, guys? There's some that I actually forget. We had 1, 2, 3 red light. We had the hopscotch. We had the Chinese skip. We had marbles. We had the wheel and wire. We had the can and the string. There was just so much. We were busy. We were occupied with a lot of stuff. And even when things got really rough for our parents, we didn't even feel that type of pressure, just because we were just so busy having fun. And Miss Prices is saying, or green orange for wheels host on the box truck and pull it with a string, right? So my favorite way to make the box string truck was to put the drinks buckle cover as the wheel, and I will cut out a nice little head because my truck have a nice little head, and I would use the most colorful boxes just to, like pretty it up and get creative and just improvise, and that would keep us happy. That would keep us happy. Miss Prices is saying, are the bottle stoppers? Yes. And then the same bottle stoppers we would use on the board games like the Ludi or the Graph. We would use those same bottle stoppers. We were improvising, guys. We were creative back then. That's all I'm gonna say. We were so creative back then. Bess is saying making trucks from box drinks box. Best, I was so good at those trucks. When I tell you, when you see my truck, I come true, When you see my truck, I come true. Best, I think is a Mercedes Benz me have. Jesus, my truck did nice. Trina is saying welcome. Mama is saying gig. We forgot about gig. Mama, thank you for that. Gig, marble, upscotch, bull in a pen can't come out. Earlier we mentioned the yo-yo. We would be making our own yo-yo. We had the Chinese skip. We remember the Chinese skip. So that one we would make from the rubber bands, elastic bands. We would have one person at one end, one person at the next end, and we would jump in it. We had the hula hoop. Hula hoop. You had some people who was so good at hula hoop. Like when them put the hula hoop, I could only do it on my waist. You had people doing hula hoop on them hands, some doing it on the neck, some doing it on the foot. And I was like, wait a minute, all them people are so skilled. Me can't catch it. Me can't catch it. Tareen, welcome in, Sissy Poo. Welcome in. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming. Charity is saying, right, that's the best beans and Trina. Sash, sis, how you doing, Sash? Humble girl, thank you so much for coming. I was hoping to get to 15 thumbs up before we end, you guys. So if you haven't given me a thumbs up, now would be a good time to do it. We're talking about old school games, guys, and it got so festive because guess what? Some of these games I actually forgot that we had them until you guys mention it. Some of them I didn't even remember, and then looking back now I was like, wait a minute, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot to do, and in doing those things we were just so creative. We improvise and we use a little that we had to make ourselves happy. We made ourselves happy. Miss Prices is saying yes, the bottle stopper inside bit to make skipping rope. Yes. Mama is saying hide and seek. Yes, Mama. Bess is saying jacks, hopscotch. Yes, to the jacks. I love. Trina mentioned snake and ladder earlier. I forgot about the snake and ladder. Mountain of Inspiration is here. Welcome in, my brother. How you doing over there in Canada? Thank you so much for coming. I was hoping that you guys would take me to 15 thumbs up. So if you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, now is a good time. Mama is saying hi to Sash. And Bess is saying Delma 1, Delma 2. Dimitri is saying hello. Oh, so you doing, Dimitri? Happy Friday, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Humble Girl Sash is saying hi to Mama. She's saying happy Friday. And Sash is saying, I think she said that twice. Mama, happy Friday. And Bess is saying welcome to everyone. And I'm getting ready to go. And I'm so sorry that some of you just came in, but feel free to hit the replay. We had a good conversation about old school games and and how it kept us busy. And looking back at looking at the present generation that we had, and then looking back at our lives that we lived back then, I'm like, these kids are not having fun. They're always on a screen, they're always on the couch or on the bed in a room laid down. Sometimes they're not even open the window. And I'm like, wait a minute. We were living a life back then. Sashi saying, I'm okay, sis. And how about you? I'm giving thanks, sis. I'm giving thanks and doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Miss Prices is saying, if you don't have the elastic bands, yes. So elastic bands, when we played marble, we would use the elastic bands to pay them. And then there was another one that we used to use the stones. Who remember spanzing? Spanzing. So you throw the stone far away, and then somebody else would come and throw another stone just to get closer to your stone. And then you had to make sure that your two fingers would go on the stone, on each stone. And then if you could do that, you would get paid with elastic bands. What a life. We had a good life, guys. We had a good life. Let us count our blessings. We had a good life. We enjoyed our youth. We made the most of it. We were creative, and God has kept us. God has kept us. So I'm gonna have to run. I'll talk to you guys soon. And if you didn't give me a thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. If you just came in, you guys, feel free to hit the replay. Feel free to hit the replay. Also, I have a new video that I uploaded last night. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the premiere, please go over and check it out. You will definitely enjoy that new upload that I uploaded last night. So, and as I always say before I go, I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay encouraged, stay motivated, and as I always say, stay prayed up. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.